Hello there, everyone. This is Neko here, getting ready to play Icarus. And today we're going to be moving into stone structures, mostly because we've already started to have thunderstorms, and I don't feel like having my place burned down. Also, crocodiles are a pain in the butt, and since we're going to be moving into resources, we're going to need this. We're going to craft that up. And if you're curious about my setup, which I will tell you is, I personally think is the ultimate resource setup. Hold on a sec here. We have the resources where you can gather oxide, which means you get a lot more from that. You have the decreased ore weight in your inventory. Trust me, you're going to want this. Metal miner, which gives you more metals. You're going to want the weight capacity. You don't really need the carry-on, although I've tried resetting it. For some reason, it won't get rid of it for me, but it's still, you don't really need the waste knot because whatever. I don't know if you actually need them to get down to the trees. It's been forever. And then you got the lucky strike, which instantly breaks ores and stuff. Now with this decreased ore weight, that goes for everything except for stone and wood. And once we get to that point, you're gonna see, holy crud, that's an amazing skill. Cause trust me. And then on top of that, I will admit I do have this, the Gatherer's Backpack, which gives me carry weight of wood and ore. So that's pretty much I have a total reduced cost weight of carry weight of ores by like 75%. I've leveled up, so we're gonna get a couple things that I want to get first because I'm annoyed with the crocodiles and I'll deal with them in a little bit, but first things first is this repair bench. I'm gonna want that. The next thing I'm gonna want is, it may be in tier 2. Is this wood fortification and the spikes. I'm going to be placing down these spikes because hopefully it kills the crocodiles and I can be lazy. If not, oh well. And then at that, I'm going to get this once I level up again. Then we'll go for the orbital interface thing here. Probably the water bomb. And where the hell is it? It might be a tier 2 item. Or it might be tier 2 buffalo pack. Once I get buffaloes, we'll be able to add in even more carry weight and have those guys follow me. Although with my setup, I don't really need the buffaloes because I can carry an insane amount of crud. Alright. We're gonna need, so in the process, you want to minimize the amount of materials you're gonna get in the beginning until you get a steel axe. Mostly because, or actually, the rest of it, or yeah, you're gonna need iron and copper. I highly recommend minimizing the amount of copper you dig out and the amount of whatever you call it, golds, because that's going to be an absolute pain. I've gotten to the point I've got so much what do you call it, meat. I've actually started dumping it all over the place because I don't need it. I mean, look, meat everywhere. And then I've got, oops, meat and meat on me. And then I've got spoiled meat that I kind of just left alone because I had too much. And then look at that, raw meat, raw. And this, that just shows you how often crocodiles come. If you watched my previous episode, you know what this is used for. If not, I recommend watching it. And depending on the situation, I may end up using it anyways. And it turns out birds do give you things because for some reason one decided to land on my fire and burn itself, which was quite interesting, and then I went over and harvested. So I found 2 places to harvest mines. Oh, and for those of you who don't know, I also did this. This reduces the wear rate, it increases the mining radius, it increases the attack speed, it reduces the cost of the pick, and increases your health when crafting picks. On top of that, if I have a 1 in 4 chance of my picks repairing when I break the resource, and stamina consumption when using that. I would have liked to have completed this tree and mostly this tree. I also got storage, so my chest and in order to get this, because I wanted to increase smelting speed. So we're gonna go and play with the mines. There's 2 locations. When you're going to do this, I highly recommend having a bow. Ooh, do I have? I have 4 of these. That's not enough. You can use a regular bow and regular arrows, but the higher this is, the better off you are gonna be. Let's make, I guess, 2 more. 2 more helps. So there's 2 caves near me. Like I said, try to minimize harvesting gold and copper until you have at least a platinum pick, because they're very valuable resources. Although with the open world, I think you can reload the game and all that. Ooh, and there we are. That's the reason why I suggest, because with 2 of these bone arrows and a tier 2 bow, you can actually put down these, and I'm gonna be taking these because I can use them to make better arrows and better stuff. If you miss the mouth, it takes several shots to put it down. And you want to put it down as fast as possible because they can poison you, and if they poison you, it's not fun. We're gonna take that. We're gonna take these. And once we can, we're gonna try to make a steel pick, because that will increase the efficiency of using it. The reason why I say steel pick is because of iron. You want to use as efficient as possible materials. So we're gonna mine up just enough of this to get ourselves, what is it? The stupid anvil. And then we're gonna go and try and make the concrete. We're gonna need to make concrete in order to make the concrete furnace. It usually takes about 2 ores to make 1 iron bar, so we're gonna need 40, so we need about 80 of these. So we're gonna mine these up. I'm gonna leave the copper alone until I can get a platinum, although if I absolutely need it, I will use steel just to mine the bare minimum. And you'll see why as we progress, why I'm saying to minimize the amount you harvest right off the bat. And the reason why I want to get those is because of the mining radius. When you're using the stone pick, you can potentially have some of these resource nodes buried in the ground and you lose them on respawn, or in other words, reload. When you reload, if you haven't fully harvested the material, it will be forever gone. If you can fully harvest it, you'll be able to respawn it, which means you want to minimize the amount of materials you lose. Okay, so we have 100, so that will give me 50. That will give me 15, so 60-ish. That should give me enough to get what I need. And if you're having trouble or whatever, I recommend getting a torch and putting it in your slot here, the light slot, because but I highly recommend not getting uh directional lights. You're gonna want omnidirectional lights. Oh, there's a wolf. I'll take that with... Oh, I overshot. Oh, I missed again. Okay, normally I don't miss oh wow. Boom! Face shot and double down. Also, they did make aiming, hitting headshots a lot harder. Some people think they made it easier. In reality, no, they made it a lot harder. I remember when I could shoot like crazy and just like hit every single time. It was like absolute amazing and impressive. And also, I read some of the patch notes as the game was developing. They're like, we're gonna make it blah 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 and this and that, and oh, there's a bear. I'm not gonna bother with that just yet, unless he comes attacking me. So we're gonna get whatever the hell we can going. We're gonna start smelting up the ores. Oh, and I'll show you. As you see, my weight here is barely anything. If you look at these, I'm carrying 50 iron ore and the weight is only 2 kg. And that is because of my setup. Because if you look at the wood, that's 5.3. This weighs a lot more than wood and a lot more than stone. And I absolutely love it. It makes me like the ultimate pack mule. I can go around carrying an entire inventory of iron, lead. Oh, actually, I don't think they have lead, but iron and all kinds of other crud. We're gonna smelt this up. We're going to look what it takes. We're gonna... Where is it? Where... Oh yeah, at some point I'm gonna get in this, but this is so stupid that it costs glass. Because there's a... Oh, there we are. We need 40 and we got everything else. But it's stupid that this costs glass. It's understandable, but if you look at the tech tree... Where is it? This costs glass and epoxy and aluminum. By the time you're getting glass, you can make aluminum, and when you've got aluminum in this, you can make this. However, this doesn't work too well when you put it on your light thing for mining because there's shadows. And it's directional, so you can only see in front of you, and you can't lift it up to see, you can't lift it down to see, because they screw this over. When they first made it, you could actually lift up and down and the light aimed wherever the hell you wanted to. But now it doesn't, so it's worthless. So I recommend getting this one. It may not have as far of a distance, but it's omnidirectional and you don't have to worry about any issues. I'm planning to get into stone building because I don't want to deal with my place burning down. Okay, so when we can get this, we're at 12, we're halfway there. Also, once you start getting into workbenches, as you see here, lots of storage space. You can put pretty much anything you want into it. Lots of storage space. Lots of storage space. And I'm still not even done with the benches. There's the skinning bench, there's the carpentry bench, there's the cooking station, there's, well, fire pits aren't the best at that, but there's fire pits, textiles, herbalism, masonry, anvil. Anvil's like the best storage. It's expensive, but once you got everything you need from the anvil, it becomes obsolete. Like, or almost obsolete. It has a tiny bit of use, but still. And then you've got the wood composter, the rustic decoration bench. Actually, some of these benches you have to do quests to unlock. Some of them you can actually get. I plan to get this because projectile damage, ammo capacity. And when you combine it with the cave worm thing, you can do poison. 100% chance to poison on hit with attacks. Okay. We're still not there, so we're gonna go play around a little bit. Once we get that, we'll try to get steel. Oh, actually, I'm gonna go back in there and grab coal. I forgot to grab coal. Oops. Because we're gonna try and make a steel pick. Oh no, we can't. We have to get silica, and we have to make concrete. Okay, concrete first. Concrete. We gotta get the concrete furnace. Where the hell's silica? If you're looking for silica, your best bet is to actually go up against cave walls and walls like that, or not cave walls, but mountain walls. As you see from a distance here, you can see quite a bit of silica against this. Oh, I'm being attacked by a crocodile. Yup. We're going to hopefully not get ate, and we're gonna go use my... If it continues to follow, we're gonna be using my stupid little sniper perch that I said you should go check out my previous episode on. Whee! Is it still falling is the question. Nope. Okay. I guess you guys won't get to see it. Haha. Just playing. I might actually show you guys anyways, but for now, silica. This isn't where I meant to show, but still, I meant to go over there because they tend to be against the walls a lot. We're gonna need a lot of silica, a lot of stone, and a lot of tree sap, because we're gonna have to make the whatever you call it, the mixer, the concrete mixer. We're gonna have to make a bunch of other stuff, so I kind of forgot there's a bunch of steps in the process. But hopefully by the end of this, we'll have at least everything set up for stone for the next episode. Let's see, what's it take to make? Where is it? That's gonna take iron. I won't worry about that. Concrete. I have to first get it into the machining bench. So we're gonna... flip nuggets. We're gonna need another 40 plus another 12. Okay, we're gonna need a lot more than that. So we're gonna have to get the machining bench. We're gonna have to get silica. So let's go and get more iron. I was hoping to minimize the amount of iron I got, but I forgot that you need the machine bench to get the cement mixer to be able to get that. And ooh, I definitely would love to get these birds, or bird, since you can't tame the adult. These guys are faster than the buffalo. They don't carry a lot, but they're definitely faster. Oh, what? Holy flip, it's hostile and it's fast. Okay. If your parent didn't attack me, you would still have a parent. I did not know these were hostile. Thankfully, they didn't do a lot of damage. Chuck that out. Take the rest of this. Beat the hell out of this. Oh, that broke. Ah! Oh, it's a jaguar. That's why. Ow. I don't have that, so we're going to play with you like this. Holy crud, it's been one hell of an action-packed mission time after the other. We need to repair this. Most of your damage from the knife comes from skinning, which is why I liked my little infinite durability trick, but they fixed it. You know what? That's nice and all, but I've got so much meat, and with my setup, this takes forever to spoil. I mean, look at this, 2,000 or something, and that's with it nearly almost spoiled. And this, 1,000 or something. Look at that, 6,000. So I don't really need to worry about food. I will take that, and I will take the bones. And we need to heal myself. Crafting. Hopefully by the end of this, we'll have the machining bench. That's the main goal for this episode. And then the next one, I'm hoping I'll be set with iron or not iron, but everything else. Oh, buffalo. So let's craft this. Let's go back into that stupid place. We're gonna make more of these. And we're gonna go get more iron, hopefully. I would tame that, and in fact I could tame it because I've got everything needed to do that, but that's gonna be in a later episode, because right now we need to get ourselves established so that we don't burn down. Just gotta remember, the cave is over this way. And the cave worms will respawn, so be careful. But as you can see on the sides here, silica, 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 lots and lots of silica. Look at that, more of it. Same thing for oxide. You tend to find oxide and silica on edges of walls like this. I mean, look at that, more, 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 and more. I think I'll just clean out this cave, because I did find another cave that I can harvest materials from, and it also has what do you call it, gold. Okay, so we got that. We can't mine that because we don't have the pick for it. I like to try and dig on the close to the wall like this first, because if you accidentally do it, you can lose the material. Because sometimes stuff is under the ground. I wish they would fix that though, so that all resource nodes are always above ground. Okay, where are we at? What do we got? We got more iron over here. Oops, I forgot. I need to bandage myself because that can turn into a festering wound, and a festering wound turns into a problem. You don't die. It just makes you very, very sick, and you regenerate life very slowly. Okay, there's some up there. We'll deal with that later. There is some titanium, which is nice. It's nice that there's some close by. There's some coal. Ooh, not a whole lot of copper, which sucks. Okay, what are we at? Most people at this point would be so encumbered they wouldn't be able to do anything. And as you can see, silica ore. It's an ore, and it's 2 kg. This is not, and it weighs more, sadly. Oop. Okay. If you get pneumonia in here, you're gonna want to make the pill or paste or whatever the hell you call it. But I usually wait it out because I've set myself up where my stamina regenerates fast enough I don't have to worry about it. Uh-oh. This is what I'm talking about with ores getting lost. If you're lucky... Uh-oh, come on. Sometimes if you hit third person, you can get a better accuracy. Flip nuggets. Alright, well, that ore is gone. Goodbye, iron. This is why I like digging at the bottom. And once I get to platinum, I don't have to worry about it as much. Still do, but not as much. Thank you. I think we have plenty of... that's 50. That's 50. That's 100. We've got 100. Oh. We've got 100, or whatever the hell. We're gonna grab this because we're gonna need it to make steel. Thank you. Once we get a steel pick, I'm gonna be mining more iron, and we'll be good to go on that. And then I'll be using it to mine that, because the more efficient your material is, the less running around you have to do. Oh, hopefully there's nothing around. I might go around and hunting. The reason why I got the repair bench is because eventually I'm gonna need to repair a lot of my equipment, especially the higher tier equipment. Oh, there's a crocodile. Let's use this. Alright, turn the light off. So if you don't want to fall off this, make sure to hold the crouch button. As you can see, I can literally just whee. Okay. I think that's its head. Yeah, it was, but I missed. Okay. When these come up here like this and you're standing up here, I recommend having spears, because yeah, although they are slower and you have a chance of missing, but they deal a lot more damage. Like that, 600. And because they move around so much, this is why I recommend actually using these. Because by the time you hit enough damage, you've only done 300. This does double the damage. See? I would have only gotten like 3 shots. And he's down. Gotta be careful with that. Oh. Really, I drank the water as I was going into the water. Oh, where the hell? There we are. Take this. Oops, I meant to throw out the meat. If I level up, sweet. I won't, though, because this episode's getting pretty close to the end. Alright. You know what? We can throw in this. Throw in more meat. More meat. More meat. We can throw that in. And we'll have to throw in more of this crud. And what do we have? 2, 4, 6. Oh, if you want to be able to mass pull items out, you have to hit Control Shift, and it will pull out all of the same item. Control Shift puts it all back in. Ta-da! If you hold Control, it will put the entire stack in. If you just click on it, you just drag it around. If you hit Shift, you can split it in half like that. Alright, so next we're going to be making the anvil. And then I'll get myself the machining bench. And then I'll probably get the masonry bench, because I'm going to want to move to stone as soon as possible. Because right now I'm keeping this small, because if a storm hits, I can actually repair it or take everything down and blah, blah, blah. Some of these benches you can put on top of each other. Some of them you can squeeze them in tight spaces like this. Like this, you can stack on top of this. This is where you're gonna need, there's the iron pick, which I could easily make right now, but you have to get the iron pick to get the steel, and you want to get the steel first. Because, I mean, if you look at the cost to the mining, 130 mining radius, and if you look at this yield from mining, 5% makes a huge difference, and 5 radius makes a huge difference. Although I didn't realize how close they were, but the cost is pretty well cheap for each other. But 5% from mining makes a huge difference, especially when you're at the point. So now that we have that, we need to turn 12 into nails. So let's convert 12 into nails. And then after that, we'll get... What else do we need? We need 10 epoxy and 24 rope. We can easily do rope here. Max 36, we need 24. That's a little much. Oops. I didn't mean to hit that. 24, enter, craft. There we go. And then from there, we're going to need to make... We're going to need to take out a bunch of this crud. We're going to need to convert as much of this into that. We're going to need to convert as much of this into this. Because if we get sulfur and tree sap, we'll be able to make epoxy. If you get the bone one, you can take bones and make epoxy that way. We need, I think, 10. And then from there, we need to make... We got the rope. We've got the nails. Yes, we got the nails. Oops. Oh, right, I gotta put some of the crud back up. Okay, we should be able to grab these. We should be able to grab this. And what are we missing? Epoxy. Perfect. That should have finished. Perfect. We now have the machining bench. Oh. Right. I've got too much food in the place. There. And then... Where the hell is it? There we are. Oh, perfect. I don't have to worry about it just yet. There we go. Now we have the machining bench, which means we can now go for the concrete furnace as soon as we get this, which means we need more iron and more nails, which I'm about to get, and I have plenty of stone. Plus now I have more inventory. So let's see if I can actually get the stuff. Let's make... I think I just need one of these. I don't know if I have enough of this. No, we need 5 more. And we need 8 rope. We'll make more epoxy. We'll worry about that later. And... What was rope? I need 8 rope. We'll grab the rope. And by the looks, we'll have the concrete bench too. This place is getting a tad crowded, but I'm kind of keeping that way until I get my stone. But in order to do that, I want to make sure I efficiently have everything. Okay, stone, we need you, and We need you, but we need to put some of you back up. And we grab that. Oops, not that. Not sleepy time, dang it. Ooh, that's bright. Okay, so what are we missing? Oh, nothing. Sweet, let's make it. Alright, now that we have the concrete mixer, we can now start focusing on other things. We can focus on the one bench. I'm gonna have to expand this. I am gonna expand my place just a tiny bit because it's getting exceptionally cramped in here. But now we can make this, which takes tree sap, silica ore, and stone. So for now, if you guys enjoyed, please like. If you didn't, I understand. This was just mostly me running around and talking a lot, but still, if you want to see more of this series, make sure to not publicly subscribe. Yeah. Make sure to check out my in-screen credits, as I am doing more on this, and I do play other games, so check out my home channel for that. And if you want to be added on to here, make sure to publicly subscribe. And I'll add you on after about 2 or so weeks. If you're privately subscribed or using a VPN, I may not see it on my little subscribe dashboard. So I'm sorry if I miss you. For now, I'm gonna try and make sure to keep my place alive and not lose any benches. So, bye-bye.